Okay, so this is basically a part 2 to my video about the issues with Fall Guys. So this is kind of going to be the solutions video. So I know I actually did do a couple of solutions in the last one, but this should be much shorter because I'm pretty much just going to address some, after I've done some thinking for a couple of hours, it's the same day. I think there are some solutions to solving the hardcore sweaty kind of part of the player base while not having to like kick them out of the game, you know. It's a realistic solution, I think. As well as that, I've also thought of some solutions for the stages. So, first of all, let's address the number one. Let's address the hardcore player base. I think there's two ways to solve it. I think actually doing both is the best solution. So the first one is more stages. We already know there's more stages coming to the game. I think the more stages that come, the better, because the more stages people have to learn. Like, I was thinking about this. Think about Fortnite. There's only one map that the players have to learn at any given time. So they just learn that one map and they get really good at it, and they know where everything is. Think about Rainbow Six Siege, which actually has a really, which also has a competitive, like, kind of esports area, has a sweaty hardcore player base as well as a casual player base. And with that game, for the ranked and the pro leagues, they actually have a select small map pool that is easy to learn. And if you play casual, you then get pretty much like double the maps now than you do in ranked, because it's casual. You know, you don't need to know everything about the maps to play, and because of that reason, you get less people who are hardcore playing it, because they want to play these select maps that are best when it comes to kind of the balancing of the game. So that's one thing. I think more stages will definitely help, and that brings me into the second bit, which is, I think, having a ranked mode on Fall Guys, whereby maybe instead of winning 1 crown at the end, you win 3 or 5 crowns, would be really good. The reason why I say it, one, it would be ranked, so you'd be going up against people of similar skill and wins, and secondly, there'd be a much higher reward, which would be the incentive to play ranked, or whatever you want to call it, the ranked mode for Fall Guys. So I think those two things would probably massively help, because what you do is you take the cream of the crop, those that are like really try-hardy, sweaty at the game, who want to be the best, you'll take them off, and you'll also take other good players, and you'll take them and you'll stick them in their own little category where they can sweat it out together, but their incentive is they're getting triple or maybe even 5 times the amount of crowns if they win. So it's more of an efficient mode. And maybe there could be season rewards as well. If you got silver rank, gold rank this season, you get a special outfit, or a special colour scheme, or a special pattern. So I think that would be a really good idea. Or maybe you do it tiered. So if you get bronze, you get a pattern for that season. If you get silver, you get a pattern and a colour scheme. If you get gold, you get the bottom half of an outfit. If you get platinum, you get the top half and the bottom half and everything below. Just an idea. Point 2 is, so I was thinking about the stages and how to solve the issues with the stages. So I was speaking to someone who also plays Fall Guys a lot, and he was saying for Tiptoe, which was the one where you have the invisible paths and you have to guess where you're going, which is one of my least liked ones. In fact, I'll go as far to say as I really don't like it at all. He was saying, well, what they should do is they should split it so there's multiple different tracks. So it's not just a matter of following one person to the end, which is what it kind of has become. Instead, if you split the group of, let's say, 10 people into 4 or 5 or whatever, then you would have 5 different runways. All of the they could all be even unique, although then that would add in RNG, who had the easier path to figure out. So maybe they'd be all the same, but it would mean that it wouldn't be follow the leader, because it'd just be 2 or 3 people together all trying to get across, and it would still have the limit of like only 10 people can pass, for example, out of the 16 or whatever, and that's how you would solve it. I think that is quite a good idea for Tiptoe. I think for a lot of the other modes, my friends that I was chatting to very much believe in the idea that the race modes are kind of the best, but they're not random enough. Slime Climb, people were saying that there should be multiple ways up Slime Climb. I still think just disabling grabbing will probably be good enough, but I definitely think we need more variety, and I think not just by having more stages. Like I think when they announced season 2, I was kind of in agreement with my friends that they need to add at least 10 stages to keep the game fresh. Otherwise, it's just going to die off. So that's a big thing. I think the emphasis on team modes needs to be less because of how RNG it is. I think the race modes are great, but you need to have almost multiple paths you can take. I think, is it whirligig where you can go left, straight, or right at the end? I think that's quite good. I think we need more of that, but it needs to not just be towards the end, it needs to be throughout the whole course. You can go A, B, C, or D route, and depending on which one you choose, you might have a better or worse time, and it also makes the game harder to learn, which makes the game more casual. In that it's hard to memorize all the different strategies for every single level. And let's say once the game gets to like 50 stages, you would then have a ranked mode that would only have 20 stages available, while the casual mode would have all 50 available at all times. I think that's how you fix it. For the stages where there's grabbing involved, like I said, just fix grabbing. And that's the majority of what I was thinking. I really want this video to be short because, like I said at the end of the video, I love Fall Guys. I think it's a great game. I think it's fixable. I think toxic stuff, just get rid of grabbing on certain modes. Certain stages don't need grabbing. I've heard other ideas, like maybe there should be a duos or quads mode, like a team mode where all the stages are tailored to team activities. So, you know, someone has to pull levers to activate certain doors to let their teammates get through, and whichever team gets through first, the first however 3 teams that get through proceed, and the 4th team doesn't proceed. Something along those lines. I think that would be maybe a bit much, because then every season you'd be waiting to see what new stages get added to the solo and which stages get added to the team focused ones. But that suggestion was with the idea that you'd get rid of team modes from the standard version of Fall Guys. I think these are all interesting ideas, but I think there are solutions to this game, and I really hope Mediatonic see this and see other people's videos. I think on suggestions on the way to fix it. I think for sure though, we need like a ranked playlist. We need a ranked playlist, and we need a load more stages so that we can really separate the casual base that are just wanting to have fun and the more hardcore base that are like, all I want to do is win. Separate those, and both fan bases will probably have a much more fun time and will probably be a lot happier. That's just my idea, some of my ideas there. I hope they fix Fall Guys, they make Fall Guys a better game. I really do hope that. I think it's got time, you know, for sure. I think I would say they've got till like December. I think if they don't fix it by December, I think it will just start to die off. But I reckon they've got until then probably to work out the kinks. Which by then it'll be like season 3 or 4 as well, so they would have added in some content. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. This is just some more ideas. I thought I'd do a more positive video, so I really hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.